What's up, family? Thank you so much for tuning in to Free World TV. And as you probably guessed, I have another clip that I want to show y'all. I am very appalled by this clip. So let's take a look.
If Christian women only knew how hard it was for men to stay pure, they wouldn't dress the way they did at the gym.
Let's read.
Okay, before we allow her to go, because she's going to read some comments of women of what they experienced growing up from their mom and parents and things like that. But my question is, why are women to blame for the man's lack of self-control? That's one thing I will never understand. You lack self-control, so you're blaming it on what women are wearing. We'll let her continue.
Comments and prepare to be mad. My own mother told me that I was forbidden to use tampons because she didn't want me getting used to something being inside of me and wanting more. When I was 13 years old, I wasn't allowed to lead worship anymore because I was causing the men in the church to stumble. I got baptized when I was 12 and I took off my bra because I didn't have another one, and I was asked to find another church. When I was a 12-year-old camper, they separated the boys from the girls for a lecture. The girls were shown that if you put a little bit of bleach in water, it isn't safe to drink, and that's how we should think about our purity. The boys got to play dodgeball. My grandma.
This is true. This reminds me of. I remember when my mom was married. It was all I know is the girls couldn't when we were able to go outside and play. The girls could not leave outside of the fence, but the boys could. And I always had an issue with that. I'm like, it's not fair. And not only that, I remember growing up in when my mom would barbecue, the girls couldn't get any ribs. I loved ribs, but guess who could? The boys. The boys were able to get ribs. And so, I mean, I think it's just instilled in us to raise girls a certain way and then raise boys a certain way, which I believe is wrong. But hey, it's just what we were programmed to do. We'll let her continue.
Told me to sit differently so that my grandpa wouldn't look up my skirt. I was told that even with the cover, I needed to go to a separate room to breastfeed because even if I sat in the back row during service with my cover, I still might make other husbands have impure thoughts.
I will never understand that. This reminds me of growing up in us being called fast. Why are young women, little girls being called fast? I'll tell you why. Because these women know that they can't trust the man that they're with. They know that their man is a predator. So they're going to blame their young daughter for being fast, for trying to entice this grown ass man. I will never understand that, why little girls are being called fast. Little girls don't even know what the fuck being fast is. I remember being called fast when I didn't know what the fuck that was. I knew it meant something sexual, but it's just weird to call little girls fast because you don't trust your man around your daughter. I just think a lot of women or parents grew up hearing that, so when they had kids, they were so used to hearing it in their day. It's just a normal thing. So that's one thing I notice about us as a whole. You know, men are the problem. Men lack so much self-control, and the blame is always being pushed on to women. What women are wearing, like a baby ain't been molested before. Well, I was a little ass girl who got molested. I was fully clothed. That didn't stop no fucking man from touching on me or putting his fucking dick in my fucking mouth when I was in the kindergarten. So what a woman is wearing ain't got shit to do with why y'all cannot control your motherfucking selves. Okay? But anyway, let her continue.
When I was 10 years old, my mom told me that her boyfriend was coming over and that I needed to change my clothes because my shorts and spaghetti straps might give him ideas.
Okay. See, in a way I can understand because, growing up, if you just had on some panties and a t-shirt, of course, when mama's boyfriend come over, put something on. And the only reason we have to put something on is because of the man. That's the reason. Deep down, we all know and can't trust men because we got to cover up so that these men won't be looking at us because men are predatory. It's instilled in all of us to know that men are predatory. This is so weird. But I do understand why we're told to put something on. If you got some breasts and things like, it's totally understandable, but we only do it, or we're told to do it, because men are predatory. That's the only reason. You think we're dressing this way because we want our mom's or our auntie's boyfriend? Fuck no. We're young women. No way. It's because these women know that these men are weird. Some women are so male centered that it just don't matter to them. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Have you, as a young woman, been called fast growing up by your parents? And why? Tell me, why do y'all think women are always the blame for why men cannot control their dick, for why men cannot control themselves? You'll be surprised at how many men have weird thoughts. Majority of them have so many weird, freaky sexual thoughts. You'll be surprised. Majority of them do. So, like I said, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Have you experienced anything like this? I do, however, want to bring up the tampon thing. I remember, because earlier in the video, she did say, you know what? I'm going to bring it back up.
It's forbidden to use tampons because she didn't want me getting used to something being inside of me and wanting more.
Okay. That reminds me of when I think I was a freshman in high school. I had a girlfriend, right? I think I was a freshman or sophomore. I had a girlfriend, and she came to me and told me she cheated on me. And I'm like, what? And she was like, his name start with a T. And I'm like, Tim? I mean, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm low-key getting pissed off. Like, why would you just come tell me you cheated on me? And this woman gonna say his name is Tampon. And I'm like, oh wow. Okay. But anyway, I just want, like I said, tell me in the comments, have any of y'all experienced this, and what do y'all think about this, and why do y'all think women are always to blame for men's actions? But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Free World TV. And as I always say, through every struggle, a statement is made. It's your girl Free, and I'm out. Peace.